So how do I make it seem like I'm a fan of Star Wars, but I'm not like psychotically obsessed with Reylo and everything? I mean, yeah, that seems fine. That's subtle, right? I mean, it's just like a little hint in the background, you know? I think it's good. Hey everyone, it's Mia. So, the new Star Wars movie, The Rise of Skywalker, is coming out soon. It's coming out in a couple of days, and I thought that I should make this a video talking about why Reylo should be a thing in this movie. Why it has to be a thing. Why it has to be. So I feel like I should preface this video by saying I'm not like a hardcore Star Wars fan, and it was only after I watched The Last Jedi did I actually care about Star Wars, because I loved The Last Jedi. Now I know that The Last Jedi, like everyone had conflicting opinions on it, and a lot of people really didn't like it. And a lot of people that didn't like it were like already really hardcore Star Wars fans. But for me, I knew barely anything about the Star Wars films. I had watched the originals, but that was like a long time ago, and I'd watched Rogue One. And I didn't watch the prequels because, well, I mean, I tried, but yeah, I didn't care about it that much, right? But after The Last Jedi, I was like, oh my god, I am hooked on this new trilogy. And a reason why I liked that movie so much was because of the Reylo thing. Like, the Reylo thing just really got me hooked. Also, I do understand the criticisms of The Last Jedi, but like, for me, the pros outweighed the cons. Like, it was an entertaining movie. Like, I just loved watching it. I rewatched it multiple times. Yeah. So, for me personally, I liked The Last Jedi, and I also think that Reylo should be a thing. So, ever since I watched The Last Jedi, I've been looking forward to The Rise of Skywalker, and I remember watching the trailer, and basically I'm going to go and see the movie with my siblings, and this is what my brother said. You know, Mia, The Rise of Skywalker, that name, it's kind of got me thinking that Rey is a Skywalker. Now I know they said that she wasn't, but like, come on. She's the main character. It's The Rise of Skywalker. I just have a feeling that she's a Skywalker. And you know, I just think your kind of obsession with Reylo was sort of weird, so. No! This cannot be a thing, because Rey cannot be a Skywalker. And I think that's just like his theory, but at the same time, like, her whole parentage was like cleared up in a way, I guess, in The Last Jedi, and she cannot be related to Kylo Ren, because you know what? They're going to fall in love. They are going to fall in love. I'm just saying it. And here are my very well thought out, clear reasons behind why I believe that #Reylo should be a thing in The Rise of Skywalker. First of all, I'm not the only one who thinks this. There is a whole community out there of Reylo stuff, like Reylo people, Reylo shippers. The first time I experienced this was the very first time that I watched the movie, because I watched it with my friends, and like I was there squirming in my seat. I was like, ooh, there's a little bit of a romance there. And I thought like I was a bit crazy, but then when I got out of the theatre, other people were talking about how they also thought that there was a thing going on between Rey and Kylo Ren, and I was like, I'm not a psycho. And then afterwards I went on the internet and I found all these other people who thought the same thing, and I was just like, this is just confirming my belief. Like, this is a widespread opinion. Basically, it's a popular opinion for a reason, right? So now on to my second reason, and we're going to get a little bit more technical into this. So basically, in the film, I mean, there is a physical attraction there. Can I just, yeah, right? Because it's not just like that force bond thing, but like, I don't know, I just feel like their whole connection and their whole sort of like build of a relationship incorporates physical aspects too, to make it seem more romantic rather than just platonic. Like, you know that scene where they touch hands? That, like, it's, I mean, I understand like the metaphorical meaning behind it, like they're joining, like whatever. But like also the touching of hands, that's just, I'm just saying, this skin contact, this is like what you need when you're writing a romance novel, right? Okay, so you know that scene where like they do a force bond thing and Kylo Ren's not wearing a shirt and then Rey's like, oh, can you put on a shirt? Okay, so you know how that scene kind of sparked like a million memes? I feel like the writers had a purpose beyond just creating those memes, right? They did that on purpose. They did that, like, I need to compose myself. they did that on purpose, right? Because this is what I like to call the acknowledgement of body. But basically, they have to acknowledge each other's physicality to, you know, acknowledge the attraction, right? I'm really bad at articulating this because I'm so worked up, but you know what I mean, right? There's a reason why they had that scene. It's like a little bit suggestive, I guess. So, yeah. And Rey's a little bit flustered too. I'm just saying, acknowledgement of body, adding the physicality in there, you know. And also, there's that elevator scene, like, the actors know what they were doing as well. See, it wasn't just the writers, the actors did this purposely. I mean, I'm just saying, the whole construction of this movie is just providing irrefutable evidence to this Reylo shipping. Okay, so now my third reason is basically beyond them just, you know, having this physicality, tension-y thing, they also actually work together, which, you know, is integral in, like, you know, writing the relationship. Because, like, if you're writing a relationship, the characters have to work together and actually kind of be on each other's side, if that makes sense. Like, I love the whole enemies thing. I think that's what makes their relationship so intriguing. But, you know, they work together. When they have that red room scene, that scene was amazing. That scene was like, that blew my mind. I was like, everything about this scene is so perfect. They're fighting together. Ooh, it was just so good. Alright, let's kind of ignore the fact that Kylo Ren probably wanted, you know, to overpower Snoke anyway and, like, become his own powerful person. Beyond that, he did save Rey. I mean, it might have been for selfish reasons, you know, ostensibly. But, you know, there might have been a spark of, like, actually wanting to help her. I mean, he did want to, like, run the world with her and everything, but I'm just saying, they worked together. Like, they were brought together to work as a team, like a couple, like a power couple. And if they did end up working together in the final film, or, like, you know, being a super powerful power couple, it would just be really great, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? That would be fantastic. It would be so epic. So when I watched the trailer, I think that it was a little bit ambiguous about where the Rey and Kylo Ren relationship will go in the third movie, but I really hope it's fantastic. I really hope the writers go with this whole Reylo thing, because it will literally make my year. It will make me so happy. I've been excited for this movie for ages, primarily because of the Reylo thing, also because of other things, but primarily because of the Reylo thing. So I really hope that my hopes and dreams get fulfilled in this movie. I'm really excited to see it. Okay, so that's basically all of my reasons. I mean, I feel like they were logical. I mean, I was probably really bad at articulating them, but I hope you get what I mean. And I hope that you agree and, you know, are also excited to see the new movie. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and, you know, if you liked it, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!